If I could go back and talk to my teenage self, I wouldn't tell her to study harder. I wouldn't tell her to be more confident. I would tell her one thing: stop trying to earn your place in friendships that already decided your role. Let me ask you something. Have you ever stayed in a friendship even after they made you feel small? Because you didn't know what else to do? Have you ever laughed something off that actually hurt you? I did. I had a friend, actually a group, and from the outside it looked normal. We talked, we hung out, we acted like friends, but there was one moment that I still remember clearly. We were talking, joking, and somehow the conversation turned into this: at least she's useful. They laughed like it was nothing, like it was a joke, and I laughed too. That's the part I wish I could change. Because I knew it hurt, I felt it immediately, but instead of saying something, I smiled. Because I didn't want to make it awkward, I didn't want to seem sensitive. I didn't want to lose them. So I accepted it. And that one sentence, it told me everything. Not who I was, but who I was to them. I wasn't the close friend, I wasn't the valued one. I was the useful one. The one who helps, the one who shows up, the one who says yes. And instead of walking away, I stayed because I was young. And when you're young, you don't always know the difference between being liked and being tolerated. You don't always know the difference between real friendship and convenience. So you stay, you adjust, you shrink yourself a little. You tell yourself it's not that serious, they didn't mean it, I'm just overthinking. But deep down, you know, because real friends don't make you question your value. But I didn't understand that back then. So I kept playing my role. I helped them, I supported them, I showed up every time. And you know what's dangerous about that? When you accept a role long enough, people stop seeing you any other way. I thought if I give more, I'd become more important. But that's not how it works. When you give without boundaries, you don't become valued, you become expected. And expected people don't get appreciated, they get used. That's the truth I wish I understood earlier. Because I wasted so much time trying to prove something to people who already decided how they see me. And here's the part no one tells you. You don't lose people when you set boundaries, you lose roles. And that's exactly I was afraid of. Because if I wasn't the useful one, who was I in that friendship? So I held on even when I felt left out. Even when I noticed the imbalance. Even when I knew something was off. Because being in a bad friendship felt safer than being alone. That's the reality for a lot of teenagers. No one teaches you how to walk away. They just tell you, be nice, be a good friend, don't cause problems. So you stay quiet. Even when you should speak up, you stay. Even when you should leave. If I could talk to my younger self, this is what I would say. Number one, if someone calls you useful instead of valuable, believe them. That's not a compliment, that's a role. And roles don't come with respect, they come with expectations. Number two, you don't have to prove your worth in real friendships. You don't have to overgive, over-explain, over-show up. The right people don't need that. Number three, silence doesn't protect you, it erases you. Every time you laugh at something that hurts, you teach people it's okay to treat you like that. Not because they're evil, but because you didn't correct it. Number four, being alone is not worse than being undervalued. It feels scary at first. But staying in a wrong environment slowly damages how you see yourself. And that damage lasts longer.
I think it's better to be alone than with the wrong friends, because the wrong friends can make you feel like the smallest person on earth. And when I had the wrong friends, if I was still friends with them today, like, I wouldn't be sat here doing this at all, because I felt like the smallest, weirdest person. They made me feel weird. Like, when I knew them, the first word that would spring to my mind when I would try and describe myself would be weird, or lame, or boring, or shy. And actually, I'm none of those things. I mean, I'm shy, very shy, but other than that.
Number five, you're not too sensitive, you're just aware. That uncomfortable feeling, that's not weakness, that's your intuition. Listen to it, because I didn't. And it cost me time, energy, confidence. I started thinking maybe this is how friendships are. But it's not. Healthy friendships don't make you feel replaceable. They don't reduce you to what you can offer. They don't make you question your place. They make you feel secure. And if you've never experienced that, you start settling for less. That's what I did. But eventually something changed. Not suddenly, just slowly. I got tired of feeling like I had to earn my place, tired of being the one who gives more, tired of pretending things didn't bother me. And that tiredness, it turned into awareness. And awareness, that's where everything starts shifting. I didn't confront them, I didn't create drama, I just stopped. Stopped overgiving, stopped trying so hard, stopped accepting things that didn't feel right. And you know what happened? Nothing dramatic. The connection just faded. Because it was never strong enough to begin with. It was built on convenience. And once I stopped being convenient, there was nothing holding it together.
Most people don't appreciate kindness. They take advantage of it. They see it as a weakness. When you're always available, always saying yes, people stop valuing you. They cross the line. They disrespect you. But what they don't see is you're not soft, you're holding back, and if they push too far, they'll meet the version of you they're not ready for. Kindness doesn't mean you tolerate everything. It doesn't mean you will stay silent. It doesn't mean you'll keep giving while they take. Respect has limits, and if someone keeps crossing them, they don't get access to you anymore. A good heart doesn't owe anyone tolerance for disrespect.
That hurt, but it also freed me. Because for the first time, I wasn't trying to fit into a space that didn't value me. And that's the message I wish I could go back and give myself. You don't have to stay where you're only appreciated for what you do. You deserve to be valued for who you are, not for how useful you can be. So if you're watching this and you've ever been called useful in a way that didn't feel right, don't ignore that. That's not just a joke. That's information. And what you do with that information will shape your future. Because the longer you stay in spaces that reduce you, the harder it becomes to see your real value. So don't wait. Don't wait until you're older. Don't wait until you're tired. Don't wait until it hurts more. See it early, act on it early. Because your younger self deserved better. And your current self still does. If this video made you see things differently, like this video and I'll see you in the next video.